Today, we're diving into a mind-bending thought experiment that's going to challenge everything you think you know about truth, emotions, and human connection. Imagine, just for a moment, a world where emotions aren't just felt, but they're seen. What if your joy didn't just bubble up inside, but shimmered outwards, a visible, radiant gold? Or your frustration pulsed with a visible, fiery energy around you? Can you even begin to picture the sheer chaos or maybe the incredible clarity this would bring to the concept of truth? We're going to explore this wild idea. What if human emotions manifested as tangible auras, visible to everyone? And how would this instantly impact our ability to hide our true feelings, especially when it comes to honesty and deception? Think about it. No more poker faces, no more subtle tells. Just a raw, undeniable display of what's really going on inside. Get ready, because we're about to redefine how you perceive feelings, both your own and others, and confront the exhilarating and, honestly, a little terrifying implications for truth-telling and lie detection. This journey is going to be wild, so buckle up. First up, let's map out this invisible emotional spectrum made visible. How would happiness glow? I'm picturing it as a vibrant, shimmering gold, almost effervescent, like sunlight dancing around you. What about sadness? Maybe a deep, melancholic blue mist, heavy and slow-moving. Or perhaps a soft gray shroud. Anger could be a crackling, fiery red, pulsing intensely. But here's where it gets really interesting. How would the subtle shifts in these auras expose insincerity? Imagine someone smiling broadly, their words cheerful, but around them, a faint nervous flicker of anxiety, a pale green haze, constantly disrupting their otherwise sunny aura. Or perhaps a person agreeing vehemently with you, their words positive, but a subtle, fiery orange shimmer of anger beneath that feigned agreement. Your aura would be betraying your true feelings in real time, making it impossible to genuinely hide what's going on inside. Now let's tackle the truly complex emotions. What about bittersweetness? How would that look? Perhaps a swirling pattern of soft blue and warm gold, constantly intertwining and separating. Or schadenfreude, that secret pleasure in someone else's misfortune. Maybe a dark, mischievous purple with sparks of green. These intricate patterns would make it nearly impossible to convincingly fake a complex emotional state without your aura betraying you. You couldn't just conjure up a simple, happy aura if you were feeling a nuanced mix of emotions. Think of it as an aura dictionary in real life. Imagine a quick, engaging visual guide where we could all learn the characteristics of these key emotional auras. A vibrant gold for genuine joy, a pulsing red for true anger, a soft pink for love, a murky brown for jealousy. But the real lesson here would be learning to spot the telltale signs of emotional dissonance or dissimulation, when someone's spoken words don't match the subtle undertones of their aura. That slight tremor, that unnatural blend, that momentary flicker of a conflicting emotion. It would act as a real-time lie detection manual for every single interaction. Now let's really think about the impact on daily life. Social interactions would be utterly revolutionized. Imagine walking into a room and instantly knowing if someone is genuinely happy to see you, or if they're masking their true feelings behind a polite smile. There'd be no more guessing games in conversations, no more subtle tells to look for in negotiations. All poker faces would be eliminated. Think about a job interview. The candidate says they're passionate, but their aura shows a distinct nervousness and a flicker of boredom. Or a first date. Are they truly enjoying themselves, or just putting on a show? This level of transparency would fundamentally change how we approach every single interaction, forcing an unprecedented level of authenticity. But it's not just about others. What about yourself? How would seeing your own emotional aura change your reactions and self-perception? Suddenly, you'd be forced to confront your true feelings about situations and people, leaving absolutely no room for self-deception about your own honesty. No more telling yourself you're fine when your aura is clearly screaming distress. You'd see your own anxiety shimmering, your own resentment pulsing even when you try to push it down. This could be incredibly powerful for self-awareness and personal growth, but also perhaps a little confronting. And empathy. It would be utterly transformed. A world where understanding others' internal states becomes visually undeniable is powerful, but also where the subtle shimmer of discomfort or guilt in their aura provides undeniable insight into their truthfulness, whether you want it or not. You'd see their shame, their fear, their genuine joy, or their hidden contempt all laid bare. It would be impossible to misunderstand someone's core emotional state, making empathy both easier to access and harder to ignore. Moving beyond the individual, what happens when groups of people experience the same emotion? Imagine a stadium of cheering fans, their collective aura a dazzling, pulsating field of golden excitement, or a solemn remembrance gathering, shrouded in a shared, deep blue mist of grief. Now think about the implications for truth and deception here. How would mass deception or collective delusion become instantly visible? A leader speaking passionately, but the collective aura of their audience displaying doubt or fear or manipulation. It would prevent widespread manipulation almost entirely, as the visual evidence of collective emotional dissonance would be undeniable. The dynamic nature of these auras would also be fascinating. They would shift and blend as emotions evolve in real time, making it impossible to sustain a lie for more than a fleeting moment, as your aura would constantly update with your true feelings. You couldn't fake outrage for long if your genuine emotion was amusement, because your aura would betray the shift. This concept opens up so many potential applications. Fictional scenarios are endless. Emotion-driven art that changes color and texture based on the artist's current mood, or therapy sessions where patients can literally see their emotional progress. But also, its undeniable use in legal proceedings. Imagining a courtroom where a witness's aura clearly shows deception. Political debates would become battlegrounds of visible emotions, and job interviews would no longer be about what you say, but what your aura reveals. Traditional lie detectors? Obsolete. Your aura would be the ultimate truth serum. This brings us to a deep philosophical reflection. Is seeing all emotions a gift or a curse? This complete emotional transparency would force us all to confront our own capacity for dishonesty and the uncomfortable truth that our inner world is always on display. There'd be no hiding, no private thoughts, no secret feelings. Every subtle nuance of your internal state would be broadcast for all to see. Redefining connection would be inevitable. How would this visual honesty impact our relationships and sense of vulnerability? Every white lie, every polite fib, every little social grace that smooths over awkward moments, all of it becomes instantly apparent. This would demand a new, profound level of authentic communication, built on raw, visible truth. So, here's the thought-provoking question I want to leave you with. If you could see your own aura, and everyone else could see it too, would you truly be more honest, more genuine, and more open? Or would you, given the stakes, become an expert at controlling your emotions, at manipulating your inner state, to expertly craft a visual lie, turning your own aura into the ultimate unblinking lie detector that you then try to trick? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. This is a fascinating concept, and I can't wait to read your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me on this thought-provoking journey today. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more wild ideas with me, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until then, stay curious, and I'll see you next time.